Good morning. I hope you're hearing me because I don't know. I have yet to check the audio. You may have suspected something's gone awry this morning, and the part that's gone awry is that a crucial piece of equipment that I usually use was not in my bag, and so I've kind of had to improvise. And so I think you're seeing a picture. I don't know if you're hearing me. I'll have to check on that. Let's see, what are people saying? A big hello. Okay, loud and clear. Okay, so good. So here's the things. Well, you just saw a plane take off in front of me. And we missed it. But we'll get a little better at it as we go along here. Anyway, we don't have the graphics that we normally have. We do not have the... I haven't figured out how to put your chat on the screen yet. So there's that. The one thing we do have today that we haven't had previously is stereo natural sound. And that is... I've got a couple of microphones spread out across the plaza here. Well, by the way, we're at Love Field, Dallas Love Field Aircraft Observation Area. And we'll be here with you till about 9 a.m. this morning is the plan, if everything goes okay. Also, what we don't have, and I may run off to the car and get this before we go off the air, but I don't have ATC going at this moment. I know. So anyway, if you are wearing headphones or if you have a nice stereo system, at least we should give you some good stereophonic sound as the planes go by. You hear the birdies chirping? That was flight 1823 Southwest to 737-800 off to LAX. We're going to be doing a lot of this today because I don't have as many. I only have one main camera today. What we do have over here is a Navy plane, and I know that some of you military types would recognize that aircraft. I don't know what it is. Not a military plane guy. Let me see. Do I need another cord from the car in order that I might be able to set up our ATC. Stofert says sound is awesome. Luke Molds is with us this morning, as is Gerard from the Netherlands, one of our mods. Hello, Gerard. Josh Aldrich is here from Oklahoma City, another one of our mods. And again, at the moment, I can't put your messages on the screen. Well, I guess I can if I do this. But I don't know how readable that is. I know, it's a whole new world. We don't have a clock. We don't have our identifier as to where we are, which again is at Dallas Love Field Airport this morning. And so we're flying by the seat of our pants. But I think it would help if we had air traffic control. So what I'm going to do now is to go over here, give you a nice shot of the downtown district before dawn. When is sunrise? Sunrise is 6:34, so about 20 minutes from now. So I'm going to give you that shot. I'm going to run off to the car. I'll play some more of our exclusive music, and I'll be right back on Runway DFW. All right, so I think we do have our ATC online now. Let's listen in for the next message. Okay, so I'm a little bit frazzled. Going to
Southwest 1570, short 31 left.
Take out our chat box, and we will see what's next in store for us here at Dallas Love Field. Looks like flight 1570 to Kansas City is about to take off.
Southwest 1570 left tower, RNAV, float runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV float, clear for takeoff, 31 left.
And that's from over on the west side of the airport. Runway 31 left this morning. So let's see, we will widen out here a bit. Ooh, wait a minute. Tri-jet time. A Dassault Falcon of some manner. Taxiing. It has, it's going out of our range. So, okay, now we'll see if we can get you that Kansas City bound flight. Here on Runway DFW, the kind of stripped down edition. I'm fully clothed, let me point that out. Okay, so there goes the Kansas City bound flight. Should you have a little familiarity with Dallas Love Field and Southwest Airlines, Southwest Airlines flies all 737s.
Southwest 1539 left tower, RNAV Mears, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
In three different varieties. That was an 800. They also have a bunch of 700s and some MAX 8s. We're about to see a MAX 8 taking off for Las Vegas, flight 1539.
Southwest 1541 left tower, runway 13 right, clear to land, wind 3404, traffic departing 737.
There's a plane that'll be coming in right behind, will be landing just after this one takes off. There's one runway on either side of Dallas Love Field. But again, if you do have headphones on, you should be able to hear the stereophonic effect as this plane roars past us. Hard time keeping that one in focus. I would like to acknowledge our friend Kevin from Wellington Flights Live. He's been a member now for 35 months. Love the presentation on YOLO Live. Get together, Walt. You did a great job. Thanks for representing the aviation live streaming sector so well. And he was talking about a little thing I did at a YOLO Live meetup in Dallas a couple of weekends ago, which is online if you choose to find it. Flight 1541 is just about to touch down from Lubbock, Texas. Let's see if we can keep this in focus. It's a MAX 8 on Runway DFW. Three-year-old plane coming in from Lubbock.
1541 left turn, Mike 5, join Bravo. What's the gate number?
Mike 5, Bravo, going to 5.
Southwest 1541, taxi via Bravo to 5.
Bravo to 5, Southwest 1541.
Exec Jet 846 Love Tower. RNAV, Barry, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay, RNAV Barry, clear for takeoff, 31 right, Exec Jet 846.
We've got an exec jet ready to take off. So, let's zoom out here. There's a look at the morning sky over Dallas. Kind of cotton candy colors this morning. Let's see, we've also got, not down there. This should be, well, I'm not sure what this is. We'll have to post-announce it. Once again, I apologize for the
619 Romeo X-ray Love Tower, RNAV Barry, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
all the back and forth here today.
Right, clear for takeoff, 619 Romeo X-ray.
I just don't have my usual setup.
Lone Star departure.
Lone Star, Exec Jet 846, get it.
Okay, so this is, I don't know what this is. Well, it's Southwest. I don't know what flight number yet. Didn't pop up on the old radar.
Southwest 3763 with you on the RNAV Zulu 31 right.
Southwest 3763 Love Tower, wind 3305, runway.
Say good morning to Texas girl,
Traffic would be departing prior to your arrival.
All right, cleared land 31 right, Southwest 37.
who is one of our quad jet members. Texas girl, welcome this morning. I find myself unable to put your messages on the screen.
Southwest 1506, hold short 31 left.
Thank you.
So that appears to have been a Learjet 45 going to Omaha, Nebraska.
Runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Barry 31 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 4147.
16-year-old Learjet.
Lone Star departure.
Clear departure, good day, 619 Romeo X-ray.
So we've got Southwest 3763 from Kansas City on final, on Max 8. That little dot in the sky there over to the left. It looks like we're going to get a plane out just ahead of it here. That flight off to LaGuardia, flight 4147, a 737-700 And that gives us just enough time to swing back around.
Southwest 1506 Love Tower, RNAV, float, runway 31 left, clip takeoff.
31 left, clip takeoff, RNAV, float.
And again, this is going to be flight 3763 from
Contact Lone Star departure.
Kansas City.
4147.
Will we have any special liveries this morning? I don't know. I haven't looked it up yet. We'll be here with you hopefully till about 9 a.m. when I have to boogie off to my full-time job. And I promise I'll get back to your messages in a minute.
Southwest 3763 left turn, Mike 5, left on to Mike, and what's the gate?
Mike 5, Mike, going to gate 12, 3763.
Gate 12.
Southwest 3760, you can taxi Mike, Bravo 5 to gate 12, monitor ground.
Mike, Bravo 5, monitor ground, Southwest 3763.
Texas Girl just sent us 10 gift memberships. Thank you, Texas Girl. We welcome RN Medic 3, Cool Buff Dad,
Southwest 1506, contact Lone Star departure.
Lone Star.
Woody or Wood Tyler, Susie Jones, Jeffrey Walker, Andrew Sr., Alex from Christchurch, Drew H2027, Hawaii Pyro 808, and Cherry King 8, our newest members, courtesy of Texas Girl. Thank you for that. Michael Flannery is loving the Thursday streams. Work from home on Thursday. Mattingham says morning from a sunny Montreal. Yeah, I guess you are a little earlier or a little later in the day than we are already.
RNAV Mears, runway 31 right, cliff takeoff.
RNAV Mears, 31 right, clip takeoff, Southwest 60.
Yin Master with a good morning. Luke Molds from down there in New Zealand. I fly into LAX on the 28th of June, from LAX to Las Vegas at 8 p.m. on the 28th of June. Wow, that sounds like a whirlwind trip, does it not? There's a look at the downtown district in the morning light. As we're waiting for some action over here, let's once again look over to this Navy jet. And if somebody has already identified it for us, thank you. The cockpit door is open, as you can see, but there's no ladder. Maybe they're airing it out. Some personnel there under the wing.
Roger.
Texas Girl wants to know when I'll be back out at DFW. It won't be for, this is our last local broadcast for a little bit.
Gesture 714 Love Tower, RNAV Barry, runway 31 right, cliff takeoff.
As Mrs. Runway DFW and I
Starbase 808, contact Lone Star departure.
will be, I'm going to take a little time off from Runway DFW, so probably be the week after next before we get back out to DFW Airport. We had an abbreviated broadcast from DFW on Tuesday, Was it Tuesday? No, it was Monday evening. As we got chased away by sprinklers. The Adventures of Nick and Nora alerts us to the fact that Arizona 1 is scheduled for an 8:10 arrival from Houston. Thank you for that. We'll be on the lookout.
Share 714, contact on start departure.
That was the aviation stylings of a Cessna Citation CJ3 off to Knoxville, Tennessee.
3-1 right.
Exit Jet 282, traffic on a 5-mile final 737, RNAV Barry, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Barry, 3-1 right, clear for takeoff, exit Jet 282.
Southwest 1898, left tower, wind 3205, traffic departing freighter jet, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 3-1 right, Southwest 1898. Tower departing Southwest 2673, inbound Zulu 3-1 right.
Southwest 2673, left tower, wind 3305, runway
So based
31
upon
right, clear to land, number 2.
the orientation of the runways here, we are, as the planes come in, they're coming in from the southeast. And what is coming in is Flight 1898 from Indianapolis, a MAX 8. But what's going out here?
Southwest 3549, left tower, RNAV Nolan, runway 31
An Embraer
left.
Praetor 500 going to Las
RNAV
Vegas.
Nolan, 31 left. Clear for
Was
takeoff,
that?
Southwest 3549. Exit Jet 282.
Once again, we are at the, this is
Great day.
kind of what it looks like. Can we go a little wider than that? Yes. This is the new Dallas Love Field Aircraft Observation Area. A beautiful piece of architecture, welcoming to all plane spotters. I believe it's open 24/7, although there's not a lot to see at Dallas Love Field overnight. Got 3 planes coming in here on 3-1 right. First of which is that flight from Indianapolis.
Southwest 3224, RNAV Zulu 31 right. Sorry, who's that? Southwest 3224 for 31 right. Southwest 3224, left tower, runway 31 right, continue. 31 right, continue. Southwest 3224.
Southwest 2673 is coming in from Tulsa. It's a MAX. I'm sorry, it's a 737-800.
Southwest 1898, taxi at Bravo Golf Romeo to 18.
So yes, this is kind of 737 heaven for anybody who's a fan of that aircraft.
Southwest 3549, contact on start departure. Southwest 3549, see ya.
We did have a Delta 717 go out earlier as I was in the midst of setting up. It goes out to Atlanta. Don't know if we'll see another one before we depart.
Southwest 3224, wind 3506, runway 31 right, clear to land. 31 right, clear to land, Southwest 3224. Southwest 2673, left turn, Mike 5 Bravo, what's the gate?
Mike 5 Bravo, and we're going to gate 8, Southwest 2673.
So our next arrival, flight 3224 from San Antonio in Texas, 737-700. And that Navy plane that we were looking at, I think, has moved. Is that it there?
Southwest 1327, we got one more on short final here, about 2 miles.
I guess it got towed over there or taxied, I'm not sure. Did it very surreptitiously. I'm trying to keep up with all of your messages independently here because I can't display them one by one on the screen as I normally do. This morning, James Moy says hello. Mark Sr. from Columbia, Tennessee, greetings to you. So is that a Poseidon? Is that what that is, that Navy plane? Mattingham says hopefully going to do some quick spotting at YUL today. And tomorrow, quick visit to Ottawa Airport after a train ride with the VIA. Or is it VIA? I'm not sure. So Canadian plane spotting. AJ Ryder is with us, documenting the aircraft for those of you in the chat. Thank you, AJ Ryder. So most of what we see today will be coming to you on the east side of the airport. We're overlooking runway 31 right this morning.
Bravo to the gate, monitor ground, good day. All right, Bravo to the gate, monitor ground, thanks, Southwest 1324.
Josh Aldrich is here in Dallas. I will be out at the aircraft observation area later today after the conference and get a good look. Josh, you will be well impressed.
Southwest 1327, left tower.
Sorry I can't hang out here any longer than 9 a.m., but I do have to get to my regular job.
West 1636 left tower, wind 330 at 5, runway 31 left, clear to land. 31 left, clear to land, Southwest 1636.
Southwest 1636, is that what I heard? I don't know. Let's look over to the terminal area. See the planes at the gates. There's the tower here at Love Field, controlling both sides of the airport. And we have a takeoff in progress here. This plane's been waiting a while to get out. I'm waiting for that plane to appear on the radar here.
ExecJet 312 left tower, traffic 7 mile final, RNAV Mears, runway 31 right, clip takeoff, caution weight turbulence, departure 737.
Clear for takeoff, runway 31 right, RNAV Mears, ExecJet 312.
Southwest 1327, contact Lone Star departure.
Departure 1327, good day.
So I believe I heard we got ExecJet Flight 312 poised now for taking off. I've got it down as NetJets Flight 312
Southwest 143 left,
to an unspecified destination.
31 right, clear to land, Southwest 143.
Flexion 419, traffic on the 5 mile, final 737. RNAV, Barry, runway 31 right, clip takeoff.
RNAV Barry, 31 right, clip takeoff, Flexion 419.
ExecJet 312, contact Lone Star departure.
Departure, ExecJet 312, good.
Glenn Gordon writing, been to Love Field many times other than Southwest. What other airlines fly in and out of there? The only other mainline airline we get is get a couple of flights from Delta, probably maybe 3 or 4, not sure exactly how many, going in and out of Atlanta. And then the only other passenger airline we have here
right turn there at Charlie 7. Join Lima, what's your gate?
is JSX,
Charlie 7, we're going.
which operates under different rules. It's what they call a scheduled charter airline. They fly
Southwest 2138, through up left.
Embraer 145s.
Southwest 2138 left top, runway 31 left, mid land, wind calm.
Yeah, we should see some of those before we get out of here.
Flexion 419, contact Lone Star departure.
Bill Caldham says Contour Airlines flies into Love. I've never seen Contour here. I know they fly into DFW. To smaller airports in the region. And yeah, Josh Aldrich pointing out that Alaska used to fly here until last year and they pulled out. I think they flew to Seattle. It's like coming in from Austin, it's a max 8.
Tower, good morning, Southwest 1720, it's on visual 319. Southwest 143 left turn, Mike 5, Bravo, what's the gate?
Mike 5, Bravo, going to 9 this morning, Southwest 143.
Southwest Flight 143.
Bravo to gate 9.
Bravo to gate 9 with you, Southwest 143.
Got a Bombardier Challenger 300 on short final.
Land 31 left, Southwest 1728.
Looks like it's coming in from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Echo, where you parking?
On a business jet,
02 Echo, hold short of Alpha for the citation southbound.
We got a site, we'll hold short of Alpha, otherwise 3,
02 Echo, after that citation, you can taxi the Alpha to the ramp.
citation Alpha to the ramp first.
Southwest 2138, what's the gate number?
Going to 19, Southwest 2138.
Southwest 2138, taxi Lima to the gate.
Lima to the gate, Southwest 2138.
Crossroads.
Southwest 1511.
Well, that should be a test of our stereo pickup this morning. Let's see if we can get flight 1728 coming in from New Orleans. It's a MAX 8 coming in over downtown. It's arriving on runway 31 left over on the west side. Just
Flight 26 going gate 20. Southwest 1726, taxi Charlie Delta, monitor ground.
Charlie Delta, monitor ground. 1728.
Jet setter 3 left tower, RNAV Berry.
Flight 1511 is off to Denver on MAX 8 here on Runway DFW.
RNAV Berry, clear for takeoff, 31 right, jet setter 3.
Southwest 1511, contact lone star departure.
Good day, Doug. Southwest 1511.
I think this is a Cessna Citation CJ4.
Jet setter 3, contact lone star departure. Jet setter 3 going to departure.
And that's what that was. Don't have a destination for that one. We'll spin around and see what's coming up next. Oh, nothing at this moment. Go back and look at this Navy plane, this U.S. Navy plane, which I guess is getting all fueled up for its next mission. We say good morning to Linda Kavinsky from a cold Chicagoland heading to work shortly. Well, we're glad you could spend a few moments with us before the drudgery begins. Beaker and Honeydew, we were talking about JSX earlier, saying they've done some work for JSX, and it's an impressive company and business. I've heard good things. I know that Noel Phillips, the noted aviation traveler, has spent some time on JSX and had a very good experience. Well, his experience was tempered by the fact that his wife fell ill while they were in Las Vegas, but JSX was able to accommodate them with a flight back to Houston on an emergency basis, which was nice.
Southwest 856, left tower, wind, calm, runway 31 left.
Well, this is our other camera this morning, but it's not that easy to switch between them, so I won't be going to this camera too much. Make sure we're not missing anything. I've got a BizJet headed our way. But anyway, I want to thank you for being with us this morning. We were going to try to be with you for about another 2 hours till right about 9 o'clock when I've got to pack up and head to work. But I'm very glad that you're spending a part of your morning with us. Our presentation is not what it usually is because I messed up. I forgot to throw a key piece of equipment in my travel bag, so we're operating on a little different platform today. Hence the minimal graphics, my inability to put your messages on the screen, etc., etc. So it's quieted down a little bit here at Dallas Love Field after the initial rush. James Moy is off to work. James, thank you for hanging out with us today. Let's see, is this plane at all on the radar? Well, if I'm tracking it correctly, this would be a Gulfstream G450 going to West Palm Beach. Looks like it's headed over to the west side for takeoff. We have Southwest Flight 856 coming in from Midland, Texas. Over the downtown. It's coming in over on the west side. This is a MAX 8. Seems like every time I come over here, Southwest seems to have a bigger percentage of MAX 8s. I don't know what their schedule is for receipt of new aircraft. There's the parking garage from which we make present. Well, before this area came into being, the aircraft observation area, we used to hang out up there, and we still do when it's rainy. So it's just the top of the hour now. We have survived our first hour here with you, and you're watching Runway DFW live from Dallas Love Field Aircraft Observation Area. My name is Walt. We are normally, well, yeah, we kind of mix it up. We
right turn, Charlie 7,
go to
Charlie 7, we're going to gate 15.
we go to both Dallas Love Field and to DFW Airport. DFW Airport is where we spend most of our time. It's going to try to get you a shot of
Delta 15, Southwest 86. 86, just monitor ground.
something up in the sky here. Specifically, the moon. There it is. There's some thin clouds that are appearing in front of it. It's about it's a little more than a half moon. We've got a runway inspection going on in front of us right now, so there's not a lot to say, or not a lot to see as far as aircraft go at the moment. Official weatherman Josh says good evening from a cold, windy Ipswich in old Australia. Oh, no, QLD, Australia. The Paladin says beautiful shot of the moon. Yin Master likes that as well. Let's see, let me make a transition here to me to show you. If it will come into focus, we've got a DFW airport crash truck there. I don't believe there's any emergency, just it's certainly not indicating that there is. It's just kind of prowling about there, I guess. So Josh is saying the current weather observation for Dallas, 12 degrees Celsius, feels like 8 degrees, winds from the north at 6 kilometers per hour, which would be 5 miles an hour.
Southwest 1 level tower, you ready?
50,
Southwest 1 level tower,
53 degrees.
Runway 31 left, clear for takeoff, traffic 7 mile final.
Arnav Nolan, clear for takeoff, runway 31 left, Southwest.
Got a contrail up there. A curved contrail. Kind of see the trajectory there. Don't know what it is. William 56 LA with a $10 super chat. Good morning to me and everyone in the chat. There's no better way than to wake up and head to work watching airplanes. So thank you for that. Let's see, can we put that up? Oh, there's some of your messages. There's a Southwest plane lifting off into the morning sky. Over there on the west side, that's flight number one, going to Houston.
Southwest 1, research to transponder, Sir Squawk, 0524, 0524. 0524 coming your way.
Southwest 189, visual 31 left. Southwest 189, visual 31 left.
Good morning, Dallas Tower.
Southwest 189, clear to land, runway 131 left.
Clear to land 31 left, Southwest 189.
Southwest 1, contact Lone Star departure.
Doing a little tripod rebalancing here. So I think the runway inspection is over. We see where
Howdy
those
Tower, Southwest
trucks.
1572 on the visual 31 left.
There are the trucks that just did the inspection. A plane coming in over on the west side. Yeah, we have another plane coming in on the west side, flight 1572 from Tampa, another MAX 8. Oh, look at this. Let's see. Some military activity right here. This is out by that Navy plane.
Flex 461 tower, runway 3 left, line of 8 traffic 4 out.
Line up 8, 31 left, flight 461.
South 189, Mike, I'm sorry, Charlie 7, and join Lima, contact ground.
Charlie 7, join Lima, ground, good day, Southwest 189.
Flex 461, traffic 3 out, wind calm, RNAV to float, runway 3 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV float, 31 left, clear for takeoff, flight 461.
South 1572, traffic departure rolls, Gulfstream, wind calm, runway 3 left, clear to land.
I don't know if that was a tour or if it was an inspection.
Southwest 197, right, Dog Lake for 31
I don't know.
South 987, low tower, runway 3 left, continue, traffic will be in position, company jet.
Oh, there's another.
Southwest 197.
That plane came out of the hangar, I guess. So we do occasionally see military aeroplanes here at Dallas Love Field, more so than we do at DFW, or at least that I've seen at DFW.
Departure, good day, flight 461.
Of course, if you're a military aircraft and you got to land somewhere, they're going to say, "Yes, sir." We thank you. We thank William 56-LA for a $3 super chat or super sticker. And again, I'm sorry I can't display that on the screen this morning, given my technical limitations.
Southwest 2699, low tower, runway 3 left, line of 8, company 6 out.
Line up and wait, 31 left, Southwest 2699.
So there's the second Navy plane.
South 1572, turn right.
Brian Sanborn today says, "I've always wondered where they hangar those." Well, we're just adjacent to the Associated Air Center, and then there's a hangar, big hangar to the south of that, which looks like we could accommodate that size of plane.
RNAV to float, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV float, clear for takeoff, 31 left, Southwest 2699.
Southwest Flight 2987 from Little Rock, Arkansas, a 737 800 is coming on in over the downtown district. It will be landing on the west side of the airport on runway 31 left. Here at Dallas Love Field on this Thursday morning in North Texas. Somewhat overcast. Sun's peeking through here and there.
South 2699, contact departure.
Roger, Southwest 2699, have a good day.
And that would be a Southwest plane on its way, I believe, to the takeoff zone here on 31 right.
South 297, turn right, Charlie 6, contact ground.
Right, Charlie 6 on the ground, Southwest 2987.
So thank you to our mods, Gerard, and to Baker and Honeydew, and to Josh Aldrich here with us this morning. If I missed anybody, it's not intentional. Kevin, Z1P6U, says good morning. Hello, Kevin.
South 1485, tower.
Sir.
South 1485, hold short of Mike 1.
Short of Mike 1, Southwest 1485.
We're about to get the runway back.
Perfect.
Our Runway DFW schedule will be a little erratic over the next week, so I would suggest that you, if you're interested in our upcoming broadcasts, keep your notification bells engaged.
Southwest 1485, love, tower.
You never know where we're going to be popping up.
Runway 3 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 3 and right, Southwest. RNAV to Barry, Southwest 1485.
You know, I just tried out the free binoculars that are available to patrons of the Love Field Aircraft Observation Area. There's 3 of them over here, I guess another 3 on the other side, one of which is mounted for the younger set.
Tower, you're following company off parallel. Runway 3, 1 left,
And, you know, being
left, Southwest.
new pieces of equipment, I gotta say, they do work. They don't work well with glasses, but you get a nice close look. They've got a little bit of a focusing mechanism here. So, yeah, it's called the High Spy Viewing Machine. I don't think I've ever tried the ones at DFW Airport. I can't imagine they work very well. I did see one, this was a couple of years ago. I saw somebody actually, like a mechanic, taking one of those binocular things at DFW Airport apart, I guess, adjusting it and cleaning it and stuff. I had no idea they did that. Yeah, we're back in the swing of things here.
Southwest 1668, the wind is calm. RNAV no one, runway 3, 1 left, clear for takeoff.
That's flight 1485 going to Nashville, a MAX 8.
1485, contact Lone Star departure.
Lone Star, Southwest 1485.
Big stripe 280 left tower, runway 3 1 right, line up and wing.
3 1 right, line up and wait, big stripe 28.
Oh, Big Stripe 280. This is JSX. We were talking about that earlier. It's number 145. This is off to Houston Hobby Airport. And they call it Big Stripe. It's hard to see from this angle, but there's a big red stripe down the top of the fuselage on the JSX planes, or most of them. I think the exception would have been the retro JSX we saw a few days ago here. Really a cool looking plane.
Big Stripe 280, wind calm, RNAV to Mears, runway 31 right, clear takeoff.
RNAV to Mears, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff, Big Stripe 280.
That's not a very good shot, is it?
Big Stripe 280, contact departure, we'll see you.
Over departure, Big Stripe 280.
Saw an article the other day that there's a number of business jets that are qualified to fly higher in the atmosphere than commercial planes can. You know, like 50,000 feet or higher, whereas most commercial planes top out at in the low 40s as far as altitude goes. I think we're going to get Southwest Flight 1668 going to San Antonio on MAX 8, going out on 31 left. Let's see what we can do about that. Because we may be able to see it rotate over here once it gets going. Which it isn't yet. Now my flight radar is acting a little goofy.
Number 300 Quebec, left tower, the wind is calm, RNAV to Barry, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to Barry, 31 right, clear for takeoff, 300 Kilo. Morning. Southwest 2791. We're on the Zulu 31 right.
South 2791, left tower, runway 31 right, continued, departure spire.
Continuing, Southwest 2791.
Well, I've given up on that San Antonio flight. Let's check out this plane, which I think is the one that went by us just a few moments ago. A reminder, if you're just tuning in, it's Runway DFW live from Dallas Love Field, the aircraft observation area. A new and really nice spot for plane spotting. If you're in the area, check it out. Unfortunately, if you're just popping into Dallas Love Field and you've got some time between planes, this isn't a place you can just wander over to because it's across the runway from the terminals. So you'd really need to get an Uber or a Lyft over here. It'd be kind of a long walk from the terminal.
Roger.
South 2791, expect landing clearance about 3 mile final. We're hitting the time for Phoenix for company. He's in position.
Southwest 2791.
J.R. Alcorta saying hello from Anna, Texas. Patrick in Virginia saying good morning all. And if you're just tuning in late, this is not our, this is kind of a hacked presentation for you today, in that I don't have all my usual gear. We have a flight about to take off. It is flight 1642 going to Phoenix, a 737-700. We're in North Flow.
South 1642, company 4 out, the wind calm, RNAV Mears, runway 31 right, clear takeoff.
RNAV Mears, 31 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 1642.
But as you can hear, the wind is calm at this point.
South 2791, runway 31 right, clear to land, wind calm.
Which is, it's a nice shift because every time we've been at DFW Airport recently, it seems like the wind is like 15, 20, 25, gusting. Once again, we do have stereo. We're lacking a lot today, but we do have stereo audio for the natural sound. So that should make it,
South 1642.
give you a little bit of a,
Right on the zeros, contact departure, we'll see you.
Or departure, good day, Southwest 1642.
if you're wearing headphones, it should be especially prominent. Now, for your entertainment, we have flight 2791 coming in from St. Louis via 737-700. No, sorry, 737-800.
South 2791, Mike 5, join Bravo.
Mike 5 Bravo, ground Southwest 2791.
So we should shortly be seeing Arizona 1 coming in from Houston, the Southwest livery. And at 8:40,
Tower Southwest 2022, we're on the RNAV.
Florida one coming in from,
Southwest 2022.
also from
Tower,
Houston.
Tom, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 31 right, Southwest 20.
So if we're lucky, we'll get 2 state liveries on the Southwest, for Southwest Airlines. Whilst we are here. If we were here till 10, we could see the JSX retro again. I love that one. But we will not be here beyond 9 a.m. So we'll be here for about another 90 minutes. Still seeing a Southwest plane, well, 2 Southwest planes over on the west side to take off, one to San Antonio and the other to Phoenix, both MAX 8s. This once again, is that what that is? Yeah, the plane came in from St. Louis. Looking for a gate, I think. Going to gate 1. Right there at the end of the terminal. Oh, we have some tri-jet action for you. It's coming right by us. And we're talking, of course, about a baby tri-jet. A Dassault Falcon. Look at that.
Love Tower, Pilatus 812, Sierra Alpha, 31 right.
Pilatus 812, Sierra Alpha, left tower, and turn right, continue.
Continuing.
Southwest Flight 2022 from Columbus, Ohio, a MAX 8.
812, we're going to Jet Aviation on the left side, if that helps you.
It does. Give me just a moment. Let me ask the approach if I can change it that far out. I
There.
just got the runway back. They just finished their inspection. Stand by.
Well, apparently they've been doing an inspection over on the west side, which accounts for the inactivity that we've had over there.
Number 2 Sierra Alpha, change to runway. You do have the airport in sight, correct?
I do have the airport, 812 Sierra Alpha.
Number 2 Sierra Alpha, thanks. The wind is calm. Change to runway 3 on left, runway 3 on left. Clear to land.
3 on left, clear to land, 812 Sierra Alpha.
And thanks for not just saying jet. South 2022, left, Mike 5, join Bravo, contact ground.
Left at Mike 5, Bravo, contact ground at this 2022.
I think it's about time for that tri-jet to take off.
R52, Echo Echo Left Tower, good morning, the wind is calm. RNAV 2, mirrors. Mears, runway 3 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to Mears, 31 right, clear for takeoff, 522 Echo Echo.
There we go. You crank up those speakers for mini tri-jet action. So what is that? Where is that plane going? I have to say it has not made an appearance on the Runway DFW Flight Radar 24.
Number 2 Echo, do me a favor, turn your transponder on, squawk 2302.
Ah.
All right, 2302, and we'll turn it on. I don't know what happened there. I'll get it for you.
We'll get it for you there. Turn that transponder on. Let us know where you are. I still don't see it on the radar. I don't know how long it'll take to catch up, or if it will.
Are you getting a reply light yet?
Starting to now.
Interesting.
Number 2 Echo Echo, still not getting it. Contact departure on 2647. He'll work with you.
Okay, 2647, and we'll try to get it fixed.
So it's not just me.
Southwest 1541, we're short of 31 right, we're ready when you are.
Thank you, sir. I was just doing some coordination because the other guy's transponder wasn't working just right. Southwest 1541 left chair. The wind is calm. RNAV to Mears, runway 31 right. Clear for takeoff.
Hey, no worries. RNAV Mears clear for takeoff 3 right, Southwest 1541.
That's plane from St. Louis, just pulled into gate 1. It's
Alpha, turn right, Charlie 5, and then
getting
Charlie Jet Aviation
serviced.
and monitor ground.
being deplaned.
Jet, underground.
That's the plane on the left
Anytime.
we're talking about. And we've got an outgoing plane about ready to make its mark on the morning sky. Flight 1541 going to Las Vegas, a MAX 8 on Runway DFW live from Dallas Love Field. Time check, it's 7:34 a.m. Central Time. I don't know if that mini tri-jet ever got its
1541 contact departure.
transponder resolved. Rocket UFO says jet fuel is running around $7 a gallon. Yikes. Eric Vaughter says, my son and his wife arrived at Love Field a few minutes ago and will be on a connecting flight to Seattle, Tacoma. Where did they arrive from? Did we see their plane coming in? Hope so. Grump E1 says, only 5:20 a.m. here. Why am I up?
2462 Love Tower.
Guys, you want to see some planes. Teresa, channel member, says, good morning. I hit the snooze button. Well, sometimes we have that effect on people. Soccer Legends 2.0 says there are 4 Southwest Airlines liveries coming to Dallas Love Field, special liveries. 12:25 p.m. New Mexico 1, 11:30 a.m. Canyon Blue. I'd love to see that one. Won't be here for that. 9:15 a.m. Florida 1. That's probably going to be outside of our range, unfortunately, but 7:54 coming up in just a few minutes. Arizona 1. So, Feather Jansen says, good morning. I'm a bit behind on my messages this morning. Patrick in Virginia says, good morning all. Mattingham, right? Time for me to go explore Montreal for the day. Lovely to see you, Walt, and everyone in the chat. See you soon. Au revoir. J. Ella Cortes says, amazing views. We appear to have an aeroplane which has propellers coming our way. Just turn about to see that. Multiple propellers. And we also have a Southwest plane coming in from Colorado Springs. Max 8, flight 2642. Here on Runway DFW.
So 2462 Mike 5, join Bravo. What's the gate?
I'm 5 Bravo going to 5, South 2462.
That one's open. South 2462, taxi to 5 via Bravo. Monitor ground. She knows you're going.
Flight from Colorado Springs, an hour and 21 minutes.
462.
So we saw just a second ago Beach King Air 300. It's on its way to Austin, Texas. And it's just about approaching the spot where it will be taking off from. Down there at the end of 3-1 right.
124 Charlie Mike Tower. I'm working on release, so land and 3-run right at DFW. Let me see how long it's going to be for you. Oh, you'll get plenty of time.
All right.
Feather Jansen says that we've got Southwest Arizona 1 now 7 minutes out. Thank you for that. And once again, we are at the Dallas Love Field Aircraft Observation Area, the brand new plane spotting area for plane spotters and just anybody else. They got benches here, no picnic tables, but benches, somewhat limited parking, about 20 spaces.
Still waiting on the release on the King Air, the wind
But
calm right now to me.
I'm the only one out here on the plaza right now.
Flexjet 606 tower.
Yep, go ahead for 606.
Flexjet 606.
So that's a look at me.
On the King Air, the wind is calm. Are now to mirrors. Runway turn right. Clear takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. 3-1 right. RNAV near Flexjet 606.
So I think we got the King Air lining up here.
King Air 4 Charlie Mike. They just got 2 in and 3-1 right at DFW. That's in the way of your departure course there. Just inside of about 4 minutes. We should get released.
So you heard the ATC coordinating with the outgoing aircraft because there is well, they've got to coordinate also with activity at Dallas Fort Worth International Airport, and so planes are released here in conjunction with DFW to make sure that nobody bumps into each other. This obviously not the King Air.
Headline runway 4, Southwest 4.
Flexjet 606, contact law. Start departure.
Our departure, have a good day, Flexjet 606.
So it's apparently Flexjet 606. I don't see that on the radar. Maybe they didn't turn their transponder on either. Once again,
4 Charlie Mike, the one we're waiting on, you can probably see now, just due south of your position, about 5 miles out of 4,500 is an Airbus. That's the one we're waiting for land at DFW.
so got these Navy planes over here. One on the left, one on the right. We welcome Pensy Plains. Vegas Joe says those folks on the Colorado Springs flight left behind plenty of snow for some Texas sunshine. They still got snow up there here at the beginning of May.
Mike, taxi up 2 hold short runway 3 right. Your release will be coming shortly.
2 hold short 31.
Grumpy One says from this angle that taxiway has some serious dippity-doo. It does it does give that appearance, does it not? I think that Beach King Air is now moving into position. I think that's it. There's the one of the crash trucks. I don't think we have any kind of emergency in store. We just had Arizona 1 landing on the west side. We will catch it as it taxis out here.
Southwest 4, turn right, Charlie 6, contact right.
Should get a good look at it.
Contact on Southwest 4.
Coming in from Houston. 737 is what this is. Yeah, there. It's pretty distinctive. It's hiding. There it is.
Unfortunately, Mike, I tried to tuck him into a release here, but there's one more about 10 southeast of the field, or south-southeast of the field for DFW that we're waiting on.
Looking at right turn.
I don't think he had his coffee yet this morning.
I haven't had my coffee yet this morning either.
Southwest 7, visual 3 right.
South 7, low left tower, wind calm, runway 3 right, clear to land.
3 right, clear land.
So 3770 tower, you ready?
3770, ready to go, sir.
So 3770, the wind is calm, RNAV to float, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV float, clear for takeoff, 31 left, Southwest 3770.
Plane making kind of a
Number 350, off
circuitous
Delta tower, be just a few minutes waiting for traffic off the parallel.
route to the terminal.
31 right, 350 Golf Delta.
It's like it's going through a maze of some sort. I think it's finally found its gate. Got Southwest Flight 7 coming in from Midway Airport in Chicago. Be here in just a minute. Max 8.
3770, contact long start departure.
Josh says,
3770 and
get
we had a burst
coffee.
right there right around D1 before liftoff.
Okay, so that's about halfway down the runway.
Yeah, right around liftoff point.
Josh saying get coffee to the control tower stat. I think we've got some Navy planes to look at here. They seem to be revving up. At least one of them does. Its identifying number is 952, am I correct?
124 Charlie Mike Tower, and turn right, line up point.
Going right, 47.
Left Mike 5, join Bravo, contact ground.
Mike 5, join Bravo, over to ground, Delta 6.
We have a good morning from Japan. Suzutomo.
4 tower.
Happy to have you with us.
Proceed on runway 31 left. Southwest reported hitting a bird on liftoff. I didn't see where he rotated though.
You just heard a bird.
Right around 4. Proceed on a 31 left out 4.
A bird strike.
Number 4, Charlie Mike, the wind 3403, runway 31 right. Clear takeoff.
31 right, clear takeoff, 147.
Number 350 Golf Delta left tower, runway 31 right, line up point.
Line up away, 31 right, 350 Golf Delta.
I think we're finally seeing this King Air. Is that what it was? It's been waiting a while down there.
Number 0 Golf Delta, the wind 0103, are now to Barry, runway turn right, clear for takeoff.
Arnaz Berry, clear for takeoff, 31 right.
So that was, yes, a King Air 300 off to Austin, Texas.
Number 14 Mike, sorry about the delay. Next departure, we'll see you.
No worries, thanks for getting it down.
As we wait for the Navy planes to make their move, we'll watch this.
Jet 420 tower, and turn right. Wait. Reserve Golf Delta, contact departure.
Contact departure, 0 Golf Delta, good day.
So that plane also did not make the scene on my radar here.
420, wind 0103, Arnaz Berry, runway turn right, clear takeoff. Okay, Arnaz Berry, please. Arnaz Berry, 420.
So I believe we have an imminent departure here. But let's check out another biz jet while we're waiting for that. Against the backdrop of the Dallas skyline in the morning.
Jet 420, contact start departure, we'll see you.
Over departure, thanks for the help. Jet 420.
Jet 378, left tower, wind calm, RNAV to Mears, runway turn right, clear takeoff.
31 right, clear to take off, RNAV Mears, 378.
Left tower Alpha 4 is off of runway 31 left at this time at Tango 4. Found the bird in Alpha
4, roger, and thanks. Tower has information on the flight number, and if you want to call them on the landline, you can do that. We'll show you off 31 left and 31 left open this time.
So I think you may have just heard there was an ops car that found the bird that had been hit by an outgoing Southwest plane. Everything is frozen on my flight radar right now. I may have to reboot. Well, yeah, I didn't, that plane that just took off does not appear to have registered on my flight radar.
Yeah, 378, contact departure.
Over departure, flight 378.
All right, we're back. 2 Navy planes there, one on the left, which we're seeing the side of, and one on the right, which we're seeing the tail of. The one on the left has its marker lights flashing. There's a couple of ground personnel. They're on the right of the screen. It appears they'll be waving the plane out once it starts its motion. Just before the top of the hour, and let me go about this transition here where I say hello to you. Hello, it's me, Walt. We are here at the Dallas Love Field, the aircraft observation area. We'll be here for one more hour of early morning action at the in-city airport here in Dallas. And I think we now have action. There's the tail. You can see the underbelly of this plane. Has what I believe to be some sort of an antenna array there. So I believe this is some sort of reconnaissance aircraft. And you see a bunch of antennas there on the top of it. I don't think we're giving away any military secrets here. Just 8 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone. A PA-8 Poseidon is what I'm told this is. Thank you, Grumpy One. Nobody is liking what they're saying. Do I Need One is here with us today, saying hello.
South 1564, the wind is calm. RNAV to Mears, runway 3 right, clear takeoff.
RNAV Mears, 31 right, clear takeoff, Southwest 1564.
So it's the Poseidon Adventure. Somebody gifted some memberships. Well, that would be 3 Orion 33 with 20 Runway DFW gift memberships. Thank you so much for that. And our newest members include Grumpy1, Mark Pimentel, Kavani, JMH2, Brownie, 2623, Mike Bell, Roberson Fraga, Craig's UK Trips Videos of Train, DM Rock Chalker, Bernie 382, Nitty Gritty, Lone Blade,
on Alpha,
Gustavo
area, and we'll need about 2 mics.
Caval,
Sure, 7-1 tower.
Aviation Destination,
The run-up area, got to work on your release going over Azalea.
Vam.
Center 7-1, copy. Thanks.
Well, I have to get to the rest later. Let's see if we can get this takeoff for you here.
Southwest 1487, turn right, Charlie 7, join Lima, contact ground.
Charlie 7, join Lima, contact now, Southwest 14.
Van Shibitu, Tina Marie, explain this please. Tainted Tater,
Southwest 15.
our newest members.
We're in Tower Southwest 2725 with you on the right base, 311.
2725 tower, runway 3 left, continue, traffic departs.
Our newest members, courtesy again of 3 Orion 33. Thank you so much.
1466 company, about 10 out on the visual, wouldn't calm. Arnav Nolan, runway 3 left.
S35 Bonanza pilot. Good morning, Walt and Sleepy Mods. I really appreciate the mods for getting up with us today. The tan hangar the PA just taxied from belongs to Texas Instruments. They've been doing military projects there for several decades. Highly secured hangar.
And just inside the 3 mile final.
Okay, appreciate it.
So, get a little insight from S35 Bonanza pilot. Thank you. Getting some tweaking on their avionics and whatnot. Do I need one? Says, all right, folks, time to get back to work. See you all later.
How you warmed up?
Happy Friday Eve.
2888. Expect about a minute in position. You're following company over here, Dad, and runway 3 left. Final flight, company traffic 7 mile final.
Runway 31 left, Southwest 2888. Copy off.
So we're waiting for this Navy Poseidon P8 to lift off. And again, there was another one. There is another one still parked over there by that tan hangar. Skittles is here. Hello, Skittles. Good morning to you. Again, I have some technical limitations here which preclude me from putting our expected clock and location on the screen. I can't put your messages on the screen. So it's kind of a bare bones operation here at Dallas Love Field this morning. Hope you understand. Jeffy DH says good morning. Craig Russell, channel member, good morrow. Good morning, everyone.
2888 company 4 out the wind column, RNAV to Nolan, runway 3 left. Take off.
We'll take a 31 left, RNAV Nolan, Southwest 2888. Southwest 4650, visual 3 run right.
4650 tower, runway 3 right, continue.
Southwest 4650.
South 2725 company's rolling, runway 3 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 31 left, Southwest 2725.
Check 71 tower, runway 3 right, line up point.
Line of weight, 31 right, China.
Let's see, do we have another runway inspection going on here? Looks like we do.
South 4650 traffic is a P8 in position, depart for arrival.
Southwest 4650.
There was, we mentioned a little bit earlier, a reported bird strike over on the west side of the airport a few minutes ago. So maybe this car just making sure that everything's A-OK for the takeoff of this Poseidon P8.
South 2888, contact launch departure. Good trip.
Switch departure, South 2888. Talk to you in a couple of days.
Shiner 71, wind calm, RNAV to barrier, runway turn right, clear takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 31 right, RNAV Barry, Shiner 1.
Hey, that was 1500 well, final runway 31 left.
South 1700 left, tower, runway 31 left, continue, traffic company in position.
City is 31 left, South 1700.
South 4650, P8 departure roll, runway turn right, cleared land, wind calm.
Kevin, our friend at the Wellington Flights Live, says babysitting a software release tonight. So still up. We're keeping you company at 1:05 a.m. Happy to do it, Kevin.
We're going to gate 15.
Right on Charlie, short of Delta, hold short of Delta, and contact ground.
Right on Charlie, hold short of Delta, then ground.
Let the Poseidon adventure begin.
Shiner 71, contact departure, have a good trip, sir.
Switch to departure, Shiner 71, see it.
Southwest 1669, the wind is calm, RNAV to Nolan. Runway 3 on left, clear takeoff.
RNAV Nolan, clear for takeoff 31 left, Southwest 1669.
South 1700, wind calm, runway 3 on left, clear land.
Clear land 31 left, South 1700.
Orange Tower, Southwest 331 is visual, 31 right.
South 331 tower, runway turn right, continue, company jet be in position.
31 right, continue, Southwest 331.
About to land a flight 1700, Southwest 737-700. Let's get that in our sights. Coming in over Mockingbird Lane. Which is the street just to the south of the airport.
Bill 35, 71, 6.5 mile final, 31 left.
South 1669, contact departure. South 1669, contact departure.
Have a good day.
South 644 tower, runway turn right, last wait, company 5 mile final.
31 right, left, west, Southwest 644. 31 left, and yeah, line for 10 miles, Southwest 35.
South 46. You left Mike 5, going Bravo, contact ground.
Mike 5, Bravo ground, Southwest 46.
Southwest 1700 right, Charlie 6, contact ground.
Right turn ground, South 1700.
Southwest 644, wind variable at 4, RNAV to Mears, runway 3 on right, clear takeoff, company 3 out.
31 right, clear for takeoff, RNAV Mears, Southwest 644.
South 331, company's rolling, runway 3 on right.
Let us swing around for
31
flight
right, clear to land, Southwest
644, taking off for San Francisco. Be a 737-700.
South 1706 tower, you warmed up?
We're ready to go.
South 1706 tower, traffic company 6 out, runway 31 left, line up and wait.
31 left, line of point, Southwest 1706.
And just as that takes off, we've got flight 331 coming in from Fort Lauderdale.
44, contact departure.
Switching today.
This is a Max 8.
Southwest 1706, wind 0304, RNAV, no wind, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV, no one, 31 left, clear for takeoff. South 1706.
South 3571, runway 3 left, clear to land.
3 on left, clear to land. Southwest 35, 71. Left tower, Southwest 1476, visual 31 right.
Fort Lauderdale flight, 2 hours and 35 minutes.
1476, left tower, continue for runway 31 right, traffic may go in position.
It left Florida at 6:36 a.m.
31 right, line up and wait.
31 right, runway 21.
Looks like we've got flight 781 to Austin
Depart 1706.
about ready to take off. It's a Max 8. Here on Runway DFW. Let's flip around. Yeah, we've only got one main camera today. Not our usual presentation.
Southwest 781, RNAV to Mears, runway 31 right. Clear for takeoff.
RNAV, Mears 31 right, clear for takeoff. Southwest 291.
Bear 52, Sierra Foxtrot, love tower, runway 31 right, line up and wait, traffic 7 mile final.
7 mile wait, 31 right,
Actually, Bear 52, Sierra Foxtrot, just hold short, runway 31 right, I've got a release for another aircraft.
Southwest 31 right.
Line up and wait, traffic 6 mile final.
Runway 31 right, Southwest 33.
Southwest 781, contact Lone Star, departure, good day.
Please see South 71.
Left tower, clear flight 1.
Southwest 3350, RNAV to Berry, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff. Traffic's 4 mile final now.
West right, clear for takeoff, RNAV Berry, Southwest 33.
Southwest 1476, traffic's on the roll shortly here, runway 31 right, clear to land, wind 3403.
Good land, 31 right, South 1476.
Care Flight 1, love tower, ident say altitude.
Left tower, clear flight 1, identity now, just north of Executive, requesting northbound transition to Methodist.
Care Flight 1, roger, cleared into Dodge Bravo airspace, altimeter 3013, report landing assured over Methodist.
3013, 1100, report landing assured, clear flight 1.
This should be flight 3350 going to New Orleans. 737-800.
Southwest 360, visual 3 in right.
2369 left tower, continue runway 31 left tower. 1253 left tower, runway 31 left on point.
Runway 31 left, 1253.
So it's 3350, contact Lone Star, departure, good day.
Departure Southwest 3350.
So it's 1253, RNAV to Nolan, correction, RNAV to float, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV float, 3 left, clear for takeoff, Southwest 1253.
Southwest 1476 from New Orleans. 737-700 is pretty pretty darn close to touching down here on 31 right at Dallas Love Field on this Thursday morning. Is it the 7th of April? Yes. Siete de Mayo.
2369, runway 31 left, cleared land, wind 3603.
31 left, clear to land.
Southwest 1476 left turn, Mike 5, ground point 75, good day.
I thought we were at 1436.
Mrs. Runway DFW and I went out to eat
Embraer 52, Sierra Foxtrot.
on
runway
a
31 right,
Tuesday night at a Latin American restaurant. Flock of birds flying right over the runway here. And again, we did have a bird strike earlier.
Southwest 1253, good day.
So operations team, if you're watching,
Embraer 52, Sierra Foxtrot, RNAV to Berry, runway 31
birds
right.
have alighted here next to the 31 right sign
Southwest 1572,
on Alpha
left
4.
tower, runway 31 right, line up and wait.
31 right, line up and wait, Southwest 1572.
Birds, this is not a good place for you to be. Try to find a better place.
Embraer 2, Sierra Foxtrot, contact Lone Star departure, good day.
Departure with a right to Jennifer.
Southwest 1572, RNAV to Mears, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Mears 31 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 1573.
Southwest 978, left tower, runway 31 right, line up and wait.
Southwest 1572 now is lined up to take off.
Verify you had information, Bravo.
This is a MAX 8 going to Salt Lake City, Utah.
Southwest 2369, right turn, Charlie 7, ground point 75, good day. Southwest 1572, contact Lone Star departure, good day.
Departure, Southwest 1572.
Southwest 978, RNAV to Mears, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Mears 31 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 978.
Flight 978,
Challenger 30 Quebec, Alpha left tower, runway 31 right, line up and wait.
MAX 8 headed out to Seattle.
Southwest 312, 31 right.
Southwest 312 left tower, continue for runway 31 right, traffic in position.
Cone.
978, contact Lone Star departure today.
So we've got a real exodus going here. We've got 2 flights lined up to take off, 2 Southwest flights lined up to take off, and looks like a couple more on the way.
Challenger 30 Quebec Alpha, RNAV to Mears, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Mears 31 right.
Southwest 2791, left tower, runway 31 right, line up and wait, traffic 6 mile final.
9.31 right, Southwest 2791.
Challenger 0 Quebec Alpha, contact Lone Star departure today.
Departure 0, Quebec Alpha, good day.
Southwest 2791, RNAV to Mears, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Mears, clear for takeoff 31 right, Southwest 2791.
Southwest 312, traffic's on the roll now, runway 31 right, cleared land, wind 360 at 3.
0 right, clear to land, South 328.
Falcon 623, Romeo Mike, I've got your release, runway 31 left, line up and wait, traffic's departing parallel.
Line up only 31 left, 623.
It's flight 2791.
Buffalo, good morning, Gemini 6181 is with you on Buffalo Post runway 31 right.
Gemini 6181, left tower, continue for runway 31 right, traffic may go into position. Southwest 2791, contact Lone Star departure today.
Switch Lone Star, Southwest 2791, good day.
Flight 2791 off to
3 Romeo Mike,
Sacramento,
runway 31 left.
737-800. This is flight 312 coming in from Panama City, Florida,
Got your release, runway 31 right, line up and wait.
737-700.
Traffic 6 mile final. Keep it rolling, traffic 4 mile final now, RNAV to Berry, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Another tri-jet, ladies and gentlemen.
Falcon 3 Romeo Mike, contact Lone Star departure today.
3 Romeo Mike, going to departure today.
96181, traffic 737, taking runway to the roll now, runway 31 right, cleared land, wind 0305.
Gemini 6181.
On the tail it says GBC Food Services. Baby tri-jet. Teeny tiny baby tri-jet. Southwest 1580 to Orlando is rolling now. 737-800.
So this 1580, contact Lone Star departure today.
Good day.
Josh Aldrich, one of our mods, has to head out. Josh, thanks so much for your attention to our great viewers this morning, and have a great day. Josh is here in Dallas. I can't wait to hear your views about the aircraft observation area.
Southwest 882, left tower, runway 31 right, line up and wait.
31 right, line up and wait, Southwest 882.
What have we here? Well, that's interesting.
I'm sorry, say again, what's your FBO that you're going to?
Landing of the
Gemini 6181, roger, left turn, Mike 5, ground point 75 today.
Mike 5,
It's an Airbus A319 coming in from Miami. It's Global X, although it's not marked that way. Could be doing some government work. '20-year-old Airbus A319. And looks like it's got some residual livery on the tail there.
To Barry, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Can't tell if that's a former Sun Country or Allegiant. I'm not sure. But it looks like it has some kind of rays that had once been on the tail there. But it's a Global X plane. Oh, it's a former Allegiant. I can tell by the markings on towards the front of the fuselage. Flight 882 southwest to Boston, Max 8.
325 Juliet Foxtrot, go ahead and pull up to and hold short, runway 31 left, you'll be next.
So here's that former Allegiant
So it's 882, contact on start departure.
A319 headed over to the west side for whatever it's going to be doing over there. Could be a sports charter, probably more likely a government charter for either prisoners or
325 Juliet Foxtrot, go
ICE.
to release now, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff, RNAV to float.
Came in from Miami.
Southwest 1274 left tower, runway 31 right, line up and wait, traffic departing parallel.
31 right, line up and wait, Southwest 1274.
Don't know how much more of that we'll get to see. G. Sarducci says an ex-EasyJet / Allegiance. Now Global X. Fresh out of storage. Interesting. Well, it does have that kind of needs a little touch-up look to it. Maybe it's coming in here for some paint job or maintenance of some sort. Looks like it's headed over to the Atlantic hangar, where we saw a couple times ago we were here. We saw a United Express
Station 5 Juliet Foxtrot, contact on start departure.
the United Express plane park over here.
Southwest 1274 1274, RNAV to Berry, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
It was an Embraer.
31 right, Southwest 1274.
It was an Embraer 145, as I recall, and
right, line up and wait.
21 right, line up and wait.
that would have been something we might expect to wind up being in JSX livery. So, I don't know. Southwest Flight 1274 is rolling now to Baltimore Washington International Airport. It's a MAX 8. So go back to this mystery plane.
Southwest 1274, contact Lone Star departure, good day.
Dispatch, have a good day, Southwest 1274.
Medevac Yellowstone 7, RNAV to Berry, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Berry, 31 right, clear for takeoff. Medevac Yellowstone 7.
125 Tango Kilo, left tower, runway 31 right, line up and wait.
5 way 31 right. That's Kilo.
We have another takeoff for you.
Set jet 512, left tower, go.
We're up.
Set jet 512, additionally, you can maintain 5,000 on departure initially, and then expect 13,000, 10 minutes after departure.
So fascinated by this plane.
5 departure, then 31 minutes after.
Confirm, thanks. Medevac Yellowstone 7, contact Lone Star departure, good day.
Departure today, Yellowstone 7.
Tower South 2270 approaching Daniel.
Falcon 125 Tango Kilo, RNAV to Berry, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Berry 31 right. Clear for takeoff. That's Kilo.
We're 532 Quebec Sierra, left tower, runway 31 right, line up and wait, traffic 6
Bigger
miles.
and Honeydew letting us know in the last 3 days, Spirit has shuttled 18 planes
2270 left tower, continue,
to,
runway
I
31
believe that's
right, traffic
Marana, well, to
Southwest
2
2270.
storage airports. Very sad. I can't imagine that they'll be idle for very long, Beaker and Honeydew. Hijack. Our second tri-jet takeoff of the day. We like to see that.
Traffic 5 Tango Kilo, contact Lone Star departure, good day.
Clear departure 5. Tango Kilo, good day.
Citation 2 Quebec Sierra, RNAV to Mears, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Gerard wants to know if I've been to Southside Steaks and Cakes. Just asking for a friend.
Right, clear to land, wind 3604.
I am unfamiliar with that establishment.
Jetlines 37 left tower, runway 31 left, line up and wait, traffic departing parallel.
31 left.
Sounds like its 2 featured items would be of interest to me. Steaks and cakes, yes.
Left Tower, good morning, Southwest 120 is with you, visual 31 right.
Southwest 120 left tower, good morning, runway 31 right, clear to land, wind 3604.
Clear down 31 right, Southwest 120.
Exit at 512, I've got your release, pull up to and hold short, runway 31 right.
Hold short 31 right, set jet 512.
Citation 2 Quebec Sierra, contact Lone Star departure, good day.
Other departure, good day, to Quebec here.
Feather Jansen says there's a Canyon Blue retro livery coming in from San Diego at 11:30. Regrettably, we will not be here for that event,
Runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
as we must bug out of here at the top of the hour for our full-time job.
Tower, good morning, lab quest 612, visual 31 right.
Lab quest 612, left tower,
Sending lab quest 612.
Southwest 2270, left turn, Mike 5, ground 175, good day.
Mike 5 and ground, Southwest 2270, good day.
One can hardly hear oneself think when that reverse thrust is going just a few yards away from your eardrums.
793, left tower, got your release bulk 2, hold short, runway 13 left.
Jesus Ramirez says good morning. Good morning to you.
Jet speed 793, RNAV to float, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV float, clear takeoff 31.
Tailings 37, contact Lone Star departure, good day.
Good day, Jet 27.
And there once again is that mysterious Global X plane which could use a new paint job, and it's probably going to get one.
Jet 512, left tower, runway 31 right, line up and wait traffic, 4 mile final.
31 right on the way, Jet 512.
Left west 612, start reducing airspeed.
Ooh, is this one
Roger,
going to go
612.
short?
Southwest 120, left turn, Mike 5, ground 175, good day.
No.
Mike 5, ground 175, Southwest 120.
Plane just touching down. That's flight 120 just touching down from Reagan National Airport in Washington.
Flight jet 264, left tower, continue for runway 31 right, traffic will go into position.
Got a Quest Diagnostics Pilatus PC12/45 is
Jet
our
512, runway 31 right, cleared
Next
immediate takeoff, traffic 2 mile
arrival.
final.
31 right, clear me, takeoff, Jet 512.
But we've
Lab
got
quest 612, am I clear to land?
Southwest 612, runway 31 right, cleared land, wind 0104, traffic on the roll.
31 right, clear to land, roger, lab quest 612.
a lot of these these business jets just aren't popping up on flight radar this morning for whatever reason.
Jet 512, contact Lone Star departure, good day.
Departure, Jet 512, see you.
Here comes the Pilatus arriving from Memphis. It's a tiny plane.
Jet 423, traffic 4 mile final, runway 31 right, line up and wait.
It's a
Runway 31 right, flip Jet 4.
plane belonging to Quest
264, start reducing
Diagnostics.
airspeed, ships company in position. Let us correction, left west 612, safe parking.
Lab quest 612, Atlantic.
Roger, left there, Mike 3, ground 0.75, good day.
Mike 3 and over to ground, lab quest 612, good morning.
Tower, citation 670, Mark, please come to visual 31 right.
Flight jet 423, RNAV to Mears, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to Mears, clear for takeoff, 31 right, flip Jet 423.
Citation 670, Mike Whiskey, left tower, continue for runway 31 right, traffic may go in position.
Over, continue 31 right, Jet Mike Whiskey.
264, traffic on the roll now, runway 31 right, cleared to land, wind 3503.
Cleared to land, 31 right, flex.
Flexjet 423, contact lone start departure, good day.
Departure, Flexjet 423, good day.
So we've got this stairway deployed there.
Tower just confirming 0 Mike Whiskey, clear to land 31 right.
Citation 0 Mike Whiskey, negative, just continue for runway 31 right, traffic will go in position.
So that will continue, 0 Mike Whiskey.
And Tower Falcon 999 Mike Kilo behind him, 31 right.
Citation 0 Mike Whiskey, start reducing airspeed, please.
Reducing speed now, 0 Mike Whiskey.
Flexjet 650, left tower, runway 31 right, line up and wait, traffic 4 mile final.
Flexjet 650, line up and wait, 31 right.
Over 999 Mike Kilo, left tower, continue for runway 31 right, traffic in position.
Roger, continue 31 right Mike Kilo.
Flexjet 264, no delay, right turn at Alpha 4, ground point 75 today.
Right turn out, 4 no delay, flex 264.
Flexjet 650, traffic 2 mile final, RNAV mirrors, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV near, take out 31 right.
Citation 0 Mike Whiskey, traffic on the roll now, runway 31 right, clear to land, wind 3606.
Just flat 31 right, 0 Mike Whiskey.
Over 999 Mike Kilo, runway 31 right, clear to land, wind 3605, is following a southbound on a 2 mile final with a 7 knot overtake.
9 Mike Kilo clear to land 31.
Citation 0 Mike Whiskey, no need to respond, just plan for minimum time on the runway for traffic behind you. Flexjet 650, contact lone start departure, good day.
All right, have a good day.
And Mike Whiskey, be going to biz jet, we'll take the first right we can.
Doug Jackson with a $50 super chat. Thank you, Doug. I'll take some eggs, bacon, toast, coffee, and plane spotting with Walt any day. Thank you, Doug, for your extreme generosity.
Citation 0 Mike Whiskey, right turn at Alpha 4 is able and ground point 75, good day.
Right turn out 4, ground 0.75, 0 Mike Whiskey, good day.
I didn't have dinner last night, so I'm kind of hungry. I almost always go to Starbucks because it's easier to work there after this. I have to get one of their sausage and egg sandwiches. Sounds kind of good. Rohit Parkal, oh wow, Runway DFW had a decent hour for him.
2462,
Sorry, late.
Runway 31 right, line up and wait.
No problem. Another tri-jet. play
jet right here,
Count
to the
the
right.
Baby Tri-Jets
9
today.
Mike Kilo, roger, right turn at Alpha 5. Alpha, this is just enter monogram 0.75, good day.
Alpha 5.75, 9 kilo strong.
Sounds like a pilot there. Did this one show up on the radar?
Southwest 2462, RNAV
No.
Berry, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Berry, clear for takeoff 31 right, Southwest 2462.
German 1, left tower, runway 31 right, line up and wait.
31 right, line up away, channel 1.
It's not coming our way. We've got a Southwest plane. Sorry for that swish pan, ladies and gentlemen.
Southwest 2462, contact Lone Star departure, good day.
2462, good day.
So you'll remember this is the episode where Walt was basically using one camera. Let's see, Florida.
German 1, RNAV mirrors, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay, RNAV mirrors 31 right, clear for takeoff, channel 1.
So Florida 1, which is supposed to have gotten here around this time, the Southwest Airlines Florida 1 livery, has not yet left Phoenix, where it is originating. So we will not be seeing that this morning on our broadcast. We're only here with you for about another 10 minutes. At which time I must regrettably depart for my
German 1, contact Lone Star departure.
regular work.
Departure, good day.
Does that make this irregular work? Well, we can show you at least part of one Southwest special livery. Arizona 1, which is parked at the gate over here. We saw it taxiing over there probably about 30 minutes ago. Texas girl says sausage and egg sandwich. Good to know, Walt. Rohit Parkal, I'm not at liberty to divulge any vacation plans at this moment. Joshua Leclerc says good morning. Hello to you. Rohit says Starbucks food is awful, at least in India. Highly overrated, overpriced, and overhyped. I got much better coffee at home. Well, kind of true, but I am an hour, a little more than an hour away from home where I am, and I've got to be at work at 9:30, and right now it's 8:50. So that leaves me with a few choices, and the nice thing about Starbucks is that they will accommodate you if you're just sitting there sipping some coffee and working away. So but before I forget, and before we go, I would like to once again acknowledge and thank our Runway DFW viewers who have been very generous today. 3 Orion 33 sending 20 gift memberships. Doug Jackson with a $50 super chat. And I know we had earlier Texas Girl sent some gift memberships as well. Thank you to you. and anybody else who's chipped in for this broadcast. Once again, the what happened was I got a lot of stuff to pack up, and the main gizmo I used to send this out to the internet, I have to take out of my travel bag and use that to program in the upcoming broadcast. So I did that. I had put it down next to my home computer, and then I forgot to put it back in the travel bag. So we're operating this whole shebang off of my computer, which I haven't done in a long time. And I was in a real panic when we started today. But it's held up, I guess. I guess we're okay. Just a lack of cameras.
One attack, Challenger 1 Mike Uniform, visual 3-1 right.
Proud Pirate says I could go for some fish and chips for lunch at Culver's. That's a good place to. They have some good food there. There's none that are around where I am, unfortunately, at the moment. So we may get one or two more takeoffs before we depart. But in the meantime, let me do this. Let me switch over to this camera and say, before we go, thank you so much for watching today. Always glad when you can be with us. Our next broadcast is not currently specified, so you'll have to keep your notification bells engaged so that you will be able to figure out when we're on the air next. It may be a few days, but in any event, we will be back. And thank you for your patience.
1109 left tower, continue running 31 right, traffic will go in position.
So I'm just looking around to see, make sure that we haven't missed anything yet. Rohit wants to know, his eye surgery will be exactly 1 week from today, next Thursday. So you might see a little less of me over the next weekend. Well, Rohit, all the best to you. Much success we wish you from way over here in the USA, and I'm sure all of our viewers do as well. It's eyesight. You don't want you really don't want to lose your eyesight, and that's such an important part of our senses, especially to you as someone in the motion picture field. So, all the best to you. I know I was watching Jerry earlier today from Big Jet TV, who's currently without sight in one of his eyes, but he is back spotting planes at London Heathrow, and it's always good to see Jerry back after his medical issues. But for us right now, just ahead of the top of the hour, we're going to give you one more arrival, and then we will be out of here.
Southwest 1109er, runway 31 right, clear to land.
We have no chat extravaganza today.
1109, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Runway 31 right, clear to land, Southwest 1109.
Because almost everything is on a cart, which I just have to roll down to the car and unpack or pack up.
Runway 31 left, clear to land, wind 3605. Challenger 1 Mike Uniform, right turn, Alpha 5, taxi to Alpha, monitor ground plate 75.
Alpha 5, Alpha, ground 75.
And once again, I do not have an identification on that plane for you. Oh, you know why? I just found out why. I had filtered out business jets on my flight radar for some reason. I don't remember having done that.
Tango radar contact about a mile northwest of Dallas Love Airport altitude indicated.
All right, let's see if we got
900,
anything
and,
else
you were
going
north
out
on the
here.
DFW airspace, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Or
900
coming
feet
in.
and westbound.
Well, we got flight
right
1109 from Baltimore Washington International Airport, Southwest Airlines. We will close out on this plane for you.
Afternoon, or good morning. Tower Bay, we're on 19 with you for 31 right.
That's 737-700. And we'll end up on this picture once again of the Global X former, I think, EasyJet, and then most recently it appears to have been an Allegiant Airbus A319, which pulled in earlier on our broadcast. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to our mods for being up early with us this morning. Thank you to our everybody who's chipped in with a super chat or with a super sticker or with some gift memberships. Much appreciated. And we will see you on in the not too distant future. Again, we don't have a specified time and date for our next broadcast, but it will be sometime within the next week. Rohit, I don't know if you can. I think this is as close as we can get on this one. Yeah, that's as close as we can zoom in with our current lens. I don't know if you can make out the registration. It did. It was on flight radar earlier, listed under a Global X brand. It has the markings that are kind of stripped off of from, I guess its last livery was Allegiant, and it came in from Miami. That's all I can tell you about that one. Sarah, the real deal, I agree. Mods rock, thank you. Wellington Flights Live, all the best with your software update there in the middle of the night. We'll see you soon on Wellington Flights Live, Kevin. Texas Girl, thank you. Texas Girl won't be back till next weekend, so I guess it'll be a while before we see her again. Gerard, thank you for popping into mod this morning, or this afternoon for you. We thank Josh Aldrich for also modding for us today. And all right, that is going to do it for us. I don't have any graphic. Well, I got some music. I guess we can play some music to play things out today.
Turn on Charlie, and you can monitor ground point 75.
Return Charlie
I
6
think.
on Charlie, monitoring on 1.75 Jelly 64.
With 7 RNAV Nolan, runway 31 left, cleared for takeoff.
RNAV Nolan, 31 left, clear for takeoff.
So at 9 o'clock, we bid you farewell on Runway DFW, live from Dallas Love Field Airport Aircraft Observation Area.